How do we get all Liberians to participate in the changes that are required? We're going to use arts and music and culture and reconciliation and religion. All of these things, we will be deliberate in using these things to engage us as a people in this transformation process. And so we're doing work on how we can make those things happen. The next how is that we're going to find the money. We have to find the resources, the money, to do all of the what I mentioned earlier. And the way we'll find the money is, first, we'll go after waste in government. You know, we spend a lot of money on things that we don't need, or we pay too much for things that we do need. So, for example, I believe the vehicles we buy for our government officials, we spend too much money on that. We should reduce the number of vehicles, and we should buy less expensive vehicles for our government officials. We need to reduce how much they make so we can pay teachers and civil servants and police officers and the military officers and healthcare workers, people who actually do the work. We need to pay them more money and reduce the gap between those at the top and those who actually do the work. The other way we'll find the money is going after these things called corruption. You know, corruption has been the bane of our country, is the primary reason why we are as underdeveloped as we are today. And we will aggressively go after corruption. The first thing we'll do is we will appoint a corruption czar, a minister in charge of corruption in the presidency that will coordinate all of the agencies that are meant to find corrupt officials. Secondly thing we'll do is we'll make sure we are giving the resources, the money, the right people, the right logistics to the anti-corruption agencies, the LACC, Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the General Accounting Office, the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission. We will make sure they got the right resources to go after corrupt officials. After that, when we find people who are corrupt, we will prosecute them, we will put them in jail, and we'll seize their assets. It will not be good enough for you just to resign. So those are the things we will do to really go after corruption. I have committed that I will not take a salary. The salary that is paid the president, I will allocate it towards helping to fight corruption. That's how important I think it is to us. And then the other way we'll find the money is we'll make sure we're getting full value, the full monies we're due from our natural resources. We'll look to exploit other natural resources so we can get the funds required to fund healthcare, to fund infrastructure, to create jobs, etc., etc. So finding the money is the second how. The next how is we want to create a government of inclusion. We want all sections of our country to be represented in the government. We want opposition political parties to be in government, because we believe that having a government inclusion will help all of us make the right decisions. It will make sure that we're spreading the resources of our country across the entire country. And then the last two hows, one is growing the private sector. We will focus on growing the private sector so Liberians can primarily benefit from that growth. No longer should Liberian business people be spectators to our economy. And we want to actively support Liberianization and encourage and provide credit and other facilities to Liberian businesses so they can participate. And last but not least, we will use technology. We'll leverage technology to help us achieve our goals. So those are the what's and the hows. But let me end by leaving you again with these two universal truths. One is we cannot keep doing the same things, my people, and expect different results. We cannot keep electing the same people with the same experiences and expect Liberia to change. We need to elect and select different people to lead us, to serve us, to help us manage and run our country. And the other universal truth is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And on those two counts, I believe I stand head and shoulders above the other candidates expiring. Together, we will change Liberia for the benefit of all Liberians. We will transform our country We will give us a new start, a fresh start, so that all of us can benefit from this country we love. I thank you. God bless you. God bless the Republic of Liberia.
Chicken necro for day.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. How are you today? This is my second time, man. Okay, don't worry. Whatever you say, this is my second time. Okay, I can hear myself right now. Share this video. I have shared it with everyone already. So share it to all your page and like the video. Like the video. The more you like the video, the more they keep it up there. Yeah, I just noticed that when you like the video, then they will keep it up for they will put it in a position where people are. But let me tell you guys something. My name is Murali Kishan, aka the General. I'm dedicating this show to every one of you who watching it right now. But let me tell you, let me give you a good news. A good news is that a lot of people watching the show. Don't worry about the views. I'm not worried about the views, the live view anymore. Because what I noticed today when I was on, by the time I shut it off, I just found out at the time I shut the video off, it was viewed by two it was at the time I shut the video off, it was viewed by 1.3k. That short time I was on, 1,300 people saw the video. Right now it's 1,600 people that went through it already. Just imagine that. By the time I shut the video on, I look at the data, the statistics, and it came up to say 1.9 is 1.6. So guess what? I don't need 10,000. I don't need it's like you got a lot of numbers, but hey, you don't get nothing much out of it. People getting the message. The message is resonating. Don't give up. I will not give up. Even if I will be the only person standing, I will stand. Because we must stand for the truth. And because we love Liberia, we will stand. We will stand together and stand with me. I stand with because of you. I try to come out every day. And don't forget our first night show. Who is coming will be coming on. We will start on Sunday, May 1st. You will answer question about commies. I will play the 5 watts, and what I just did, I will play it and I will ask you question. I will ask you question about the constitution, and I will ask you question about Liberia. When you answer the question, you get $10. So we're looking for sponsors. I want to say thanks to foreign guy who sent the first $305. Yes, congratulations. And I also got a guy in Trenton and the JY, the African shop there. He said he will sponsor it too, and I will be showing his stuff. And this is how I want to do it. I will carry my sponsors before and after, and in the middle we will. But guess what? I got a nice music I'm going to play today, and I will be dedicating part of this show to a surprise group. I will be sending a message to a surprise group. They got a song they call, and it's an American song, old school song. So it will be an old school, and I want you to listen to the words that in that song and pictures. I have no copyright to that song, so I got it on it already. So don't worry. Today we're going to be having a nice show. We'll be talking about the UP. We'll be talking about the CPP. We'll be talking about the CDC. We will talk about Liberia. Listen, guys, I made it clear. My show is the coming show. My show is for Alexander Cummings and the ANC. The only man who telling us we cannot keep doing the same thing and accept and expect different results. No way. We cannot be like them. Mr. Cummings will not go on Facebook or stay in front of the media and curse. Mr. Cummings is not the kind of person that will use certain words. No way. You understand? But I got a lot of good news for you guys. Things are working up the way it's supposed to be. It might be slow, but it coming at the right time. And it's good that all these things starting already. So we're waiting for that. There will be more problems before 2023. Don't be surprised that UP might sue us again, or maybe CDC will sue us, or maybe they might sue Mr. Cummings again. But guess what? Nothing they would do to Mr. Cummings to break him down. Nothing that would do. Serena Cephas can do whatsoever. He can go up and come down. But this is what's going to happen. If they keep Mr. Cummings in court and campaigns, and they launch the campaign and they say, okay, campaign have started. The president, I hope he got a good security, because everywhere Mr. Cummings appear, it will be a rally. So if they think they're going to keep Mr. Cummings in court and he'll be on a campaign trail and come to court, they get it wrong. They will kill people, because if Mr. Cummings goes to that court, after the court, he will campaign right there. So his supporters and everybody will stand around and will be waiting for the message. So continue doing what you're doing. And right now, Mr. Cummings is quiet. He walking around. He driving a little one car and going there. But people will say all kinds of things. You know what? When Liberian men got nothing to say, they either curse you up. When they got nothing to offer, they say something about you. If they got nothing to say, they will lie on you. That is what happened. They are so desperate. Fear and desperation is the one that killing them. They're for nothing ego. They're for nothing ego killing their fear and desperation, my people, because they're desperate for power, but they are afraid. One man is the obstacle, Alexander Cummings. One man is the only man who telling us that this is what we can do. This is my plans. When the last time you heard this president of Liberia telling you about our economy? When the last time you heard Joseph Boakai telling you what should happen to Liberia? When the last time you heard any politician telling you about their plans? Only one man. It's strange to Liberia. It's strange to Liberians, because we have never seen a Liberian politician to do what Mr. Cummings is doing. We have never ever seen it. So it's surprising to them. That is why they are confused. They insult him. They call him ass. They call him swine. They call him short man. They call him gay. They call him all kinds of names. But don't worry. We will cross that finish line. Mr. Cummings is the next president of Liberia. Save this video. Anytime I talk, you save this video. Mr. Cummings, the people of Liberia will elect Mr. Cummings. He will be the messenger of Liberia. Mr. Cummings is desperate because of you and I. Mr. Cummings is desperate because our children cannot find a school to go to. Our parents cannot even find food. They spend 80 to 85% of their entire day just to put food on the table. They are struggling in the markets. They cost them $8,000 to $10,000 to send their children to public schools. Why our president wear the best clothes and drive the best cars and fly private jets and do everything personal about himself? Handful of people are enjoying while our people are dying. No protection, no security. Every day, more people have died mysteriously under this government than any government in our history. Forget about the war. The police cannot even find a killer. But we got a solicitor general who running all over the place using taxpayer money, concentrating on a stupid case that because they think it will benefit the CDC government. But you lie. You lie. Be careful. Time trap is not for rat alone. Time trap is not for rat alone. You in an organization, you partnership with other people. While you there sincerely working, they're trying to backstab you. We call them Brutus. Brutus. We are the Mark Anthony's. They try to stab Mr. Cummings in the back. CPP were organized. Mr. Ure was the first chairman of CPP. They did whatsoever. When Cummings took over at the strategic time, the hardest time to spread CPP, Mr. Cummings went all over the country, organized the offices and would do so well. That is when George Weah government realized that CPP was a force. That is when they realized that CPP was a force. And guess what? CPP got stronger because of one man. Because of one man. Yeah. His vision went all over the place. Spoke for CDC and CPP. Carried a message. Everything was CPP, CPP. When he turned it over, the only crime that he committed because he refused to go as vice president. Because the corrupt politician put together and said, oh no, this guy is holding ground. It reminds me about in Egypt, when you read the Bible of Egypt, when you read the Bible and they tell you about Egypt, when the slaves were all in that place, when Pharaoh noticed, he said, oh damn, the slaves are born more kids. If they born a lot of children, tomorrow they will overpower us, so we need to kill every one of them. That's what happened with the CPP. When they noticed that Mr. Cummings was holding ground, and I visited in all the districts, all the counties, they said, we can't win this man at the convention. So we got to talk to him. We got to talk to Mr. Cummings to go as VP. If Mr. Cummings said no, we know what to do. Plan B. Only corrupt politicians. Anybody who talk about plan B, that means you're not ready for life. Anybody who put plan B in front of plan A, you already got plan A, then you look for plan B, that means you already not ready. Yes. Mr. Cummings came from a political party where he said, yes, I want to run for president. Mr. Boaka said, yes, I want to run for president. What is the big deal when we come together and we're supposed to vote? If all the parties, the four parties, if they're going to come with candidate, what we're going to do? We're going to kill each other. If Liberty Party, we're going to put up a candidate. ALP put up a candidate. ANC put up a candidate. UP put up a candidate. How we're going to manage? How you think we're going to manage? That is why in the document it says that every standard bearer must have time, must have the right to lobby and talk to all the delegates. The lawyers that did the work, they're not from Mr. Cummings. They are all they were all former members of UP and URE. They put that clause in there that they were going to stop Mr. Cummings because we were defeating. If Mr. Cummings tried to go, then he's done. Town trap is not for rat alone. Town trap is not for rat alone. I remember when Mr. Cummings, my first meeting with Mr. Cummings, he said, Munel, I can't leave. If I leave the CPP, I will not run. And I'm not prepared to go as an independent. Please like the video. I will not prepare to go as an independent. We said, why? I want to start paying attention to it. He said, all I want you to do is a VPS. If the VPS say that I cannot win, I will not force it. Because the VPS is the people voice. It's the voice of the people. But they know what's going on. They refuse to go to primary. They start to come up with all kind of things. Black voting. Oh, he will pay the voters. He will do this. A man who work hard for his money, don't just spend it because he's stupid. What's so much that he's going to get as a president? He's going to steal? No, he's not going to steal. He's going to build a new house? No. We got one president in our history who is so rich today from our money, stealing the country money. Look at the house he built in, but isn't that strange? In Dwazon, the president got a house, a mansion in Dwazon that he built. When he was playing professional, he built it? No. When he was a millionaire before became a thousandaire, he built it? No. But under his leadership, he was able to acquire houses, bought some and built some. Because Liberians are stupid people, we stupid. So everything so all our kids, their role models are crooks. So everybody look into government, they look at government and say government is the only place I can get rich, because all our millionaires, our so-called millionaires, are all former government officials, or either they're in the government. They appoint you today, in 4 days you turn to be a millionaire. Why our people are suffering? Everything has been personalized. It's about George Weah. The government is George Weah. Weah is the government is Weah. The president is the chief procurement officer of Liberia. Where is the public works minister? Where is the education minister? Where are all the different ministers? But the president alone, you put a lipo on, you put Weah 2023. You gave a car to government, to the superintendent, you put it donated by President Weah. When President Weah was playing football, when he was a millionaire, he ever spent his money on Liberia? He ever acquired a land to put a private fee for gym professional? No. But today, they build a park. Our people spying through by the fence now. They build a park to only suit the president, because the president only play football. They ain't build a park for you to walk around or to go jog. Oh, they forget about that one too. They forget about that one. They forget about it. They was sort of build a park where everybody can go there in the evening and jog and move, get to the playground. If you want to use it, you pay. We agree. If you want to use certain things, they put a menu or museum. But in that museum, no jersey for Survivor. The president play for Survivor. No jersey for Kotoko or little team, Kotoko he play. No jersey for IE or Survivor, yeah, IE. No jersey for Barrow. No jersey for the national team. No jersey for Tonel. No jersey for Monaco. But he only put the PSG and make it look, they say that museum. You don't even know the history of George Weah. You don't even know the history of George Weah. Because George Weah himself don't even know the history. He don't know the history. That is why he named it by his friends. So this president, Mr. President, Mr. President, you still got problem with your friends. You still got a serious problem with your relation of people. You president, what you like it, whether we like it, we can fall, we can do whatsoever. He is the president of Liberia, and it will remain in history. We will die, our children will come, the war will come to an end. George Weah's name will remain as history. But my people, we cannot give George Weah the second term. We cannot make George Weah president for the second term. Don't you stop saying it. Oh, the opposition, this and that. No, the opposition did nothing. It was not the opposition who told the president to steal the money and start building houses. It was not the president, it was not the opposition that told the president, say, there should be no good hospital. It was not the president that, it was not the opposition that told the president, say, Mr. President, cut the salary. It was not opposition. It was not the opposition that, it's not the opposition that controlled the police. The opposition did nothing. The opposition paid taxes just like you. That's not the opposition that said 24 and $16 billion should get missing, or $25 million and mop up, and $25 million for COVID. That's not opposition. That's not the opposition that controls the government. So stop it. Things are hard, things are hard. Stand up. Vote. Instead of you complaining about opposition, oh, the opposition not serious, we just stay with George. We are fine. I'm not talking about opposition, I'm talking about Alex Cummings. Alex Cummings is the only one that George Weah would never stand in front. The Liberian people will know the difference. George Weah would never stand with Mr. Cummings. What are you going to say? Mr. Cummings corrupt? No. He will say Mr. Cummings will have finger document? No. If Mr. Cummings changed the document that nobody should leave, Mr. Cummings smarter than every one of them, because the fact is that Liberians politicians do not stand by what they say. They don't stand by what they say. So if Mr. Cummings put it there, let me play the devil advocate. Let me act stupid now. If Mr. Cummings put into that document that nobody should leave, that Mr. Cummings is the smartest man in Liberia. Because all our so-called corrupt politicians, they do not abide or live by the book. They don't respect the Constitution. They don't respect what they sign. So if Mr. Cummings put it there, that means Mr. Cummings is smarter than every one of them. Every one of them. Because they thought Mr. Cummings was going to leave. Today, Mr. Cummings, and let me tell you for the information, because some of you don't know, Mr. Cummings now is the chairman by default for CPP. And you can go up and count out Mr. Cummings is the standard bearer. If it may you vex, go on the other side. Mr. Cummings is the standard bearer, and he will be the standard bearer. Liberty Party and ANC will remain together, and the Liberty Party will support ANC. Mr. Cummings is the standard bearer of CPP. We will make CPP stronger than before. We told you every day, we said this document here, this document was taken to NEC one time. You use it, that document will never stay. And because of that, what happened? You went to NEC. NEC told you, don't waste your time, my brother. It failed. So it's CPP2, UP1. Because of that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce and present this song directly to the Unity Party. This song is from me, the general, to UP. Relax yourself and listen to this song. Mr. Bwaka, it's all yours. Let's enjoy ourselves.
ahead and leave, baby. There's one thing that I found out. I can't have one woman, gotta have three. One woman just to hold me down, one woman just to lift me up. Oh, yeah. And I gotta at least have one woman on the side that really don't give a fuck. So if you wanna leave, baby, go ahead and leave. Yeah. There's one thing that I found out. I can't have one woman, gotta have three. One woman just to hold me down, one woman just to lift me up. Oh, yeah. And I gotta at least have one woman on the side that really don't give a fuck. If you wanna go, baby, go ahead and walk out the door. But one thing that you gotta remember is one monkey don't stop no show.
No one monkey can stop the show.
Baby, go ahead and walk out the door. But one thing that you gotta remember is one monkey don't stop no show. This train gon' keep on rolling.
This train will keep on rolling.
Life gon' keep on going. Oh yeah. This train gon' keep on rolling.
See, people will keep on rolling.
Life gon' keep on going. Oh yeah. So baby, you can leave. Yeah.
Leave.
But I'll never be alone. Soon as you walk right out the door, I call Kim up on the phone. Me and Kim, we don't fuss and fight. With Kim, I ain't never wrong. Or I might just go call Keisha, go get my party on. See, I know if I ever get hungry and I want me something good to eat, I can pick up my phone and call TT. She'll fix something nice and sweet. If you wanna leave,
go leave.
Go ahead and leave, baby. One thing that I found out, I can't have one woman, gotta have three. One woman just to hold me down, one woman just to lift me up. Oh, yeah. And I gotta at least have one woman on the side that really don't give a fuck. So if you wanna leave, baby, go ahead and leave. Yeah. There's one thing that I found out, I can't have one woman, gotta have three. One woman just to hold me down, one woman just to lift me up. And I gotta at least have one woman on the side that really don't give a fuck. If you wanna go, baby, go ahead and walk out the door. But one thing that you gotta remember is one monkey don't stop no.
Yes, one monkey cannot stop the show. If you want to leave, leave. So this song, I'm dedicating this song to the old man himself, because he was fooled by that little boy. That little boy who think that he got the biggest talk show, that we watch it, but we're now a supporter for him. People watch it because they want to see the fun. The boy who got all his little and pornography pictures on Facebook. The boy who got no regards for women. That he go all over when you put his name. The first one you see coming will be butt naked. The boy who decide to make himself butt naked and put it on social media. Is that the man we worry about? That costing Mr. Cummings every day? Eh? He using Mr. Boaka. He gone back to George Weah. And George Weah going to use him. George Weah will use him. They didn't even know they call George Manny Weah. Let them ask the BM then about George Weah. Let them ask him. Nothing go untouched. You will do nothing to George Weah until you go free. So don't waste your time. He will stab Baka in the back. In the back, he will stab Boaka. Boaka will not contest this election. The people, look, Boaka will have to go to the Supreme Court. Let me tell you today. You see, sometimes it's good to know things for yourself. Don't let people fool you. Don't let them fool you. Please. Don't let them fool you. Why we should do this to ourselves? Eh? Why we should listen to people and tell us that, oh, this is not good, and we follow it? Why can't you look at it for yourself and say this is good or this is not good? Don't listen to what I'm saying. Do your own research. We say this thing every day, so it's not even surprising to me. Oh, they say, next year they're not going. You don't know they're not supposed to go. They sign a contract. UP signed a contract. Not Mr. Boaka. Not Mr. Boaka. UP signed a contract. Let me tell you something. ALP knew very well if they sue ANC, Mr. Cummings got nothing to do with that. It will only be ANC. ANC will send lawyer. So what they did to embarrass Mr. Cummings, they sued Mr. Cummings instead of suing ANC. Mr. Cummings never put a document on his arm or wrote the document. But they brought Mr. Cummings. I can sue anybody I can lie on anybody and prolong the case. So you see what they're doing? Now, the constitution that every day you hear them. Every day we can hear. We can hear when they read it. I will read it. When they read it. Article 17, that one we can hear. That one we can hear in our ear. All pricing. They say pricing. Another professor. But rocket scientists, you need a degree to hear what they say pricing. Pricing is not organization. Whether people make the organization, no. Organization do not go to you. You the one go to organization. Organization do not ask you to join. You the one asked to join the organization. So people put it together, and the laws of the land protect organization. Organization has a bylaws they put together. So they said, Article 17 of our constitution. But you know, one boss say, oh, the organic law. I say, my man, I beg you, man. The organic law of Liberia, the supreme law that our boy can be on our show. The supreme law is the constitution. It's in Article 2. They say this constitution is the supreme and fundamental law of Liberia. The constitution. This is what guides us. You see, this is what the American people believe in. They believe in it so they can even cause a policeman. The constitution can guide, can protect them. The First Amendment rights. You can say whatever you want to say. Now, Article 17, and I mean put it there, that Amos Sawyer them. They say all pricings at all times in an orderly and peaceable manner shall have the right to assemble and consult upon the common good, to instruct their representatives, to petition the government or other functionaries for the redress of grievances, and to associate, I play the comment and they say, to associate fully with other or refuse to associate in, listen, you see they put up all I want. When you vest, you can pull yourself together. That's what they say, to protect yourself. You go to your representative, you talk to your representative send a message to the president, to the executive, and whatsoever. Then they say also fully to participate fully, and they say with others or refuse to associate. It's up to you now. Either you associate or disassociate with what? In a political party or trade union and other organization. Political party, that organization. Political party, that association. They are all private association. So, you're free to go. Nobody can stop you. I joined the association. I mean, I won't be part of the group again. You can't stop me. In America, there's the same law. You can't stop me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can hold me. If the association cause a problem, nobody can hold me. If I have a business today, you who got businesses, you tell me. I incorporated my business. I got an article of incorporation and everything. If that business credit or messed up, they will not hold me. They will come after me and seize the assets of that business. The business they will go after court. They will not hold you. Yes, you are the owner, but they will not just go after you. They will seize whatsoever in there. Now, let me tell you now when they talk about contract. You think the government of Liberia is stupid? The government of Liberia, if there is no contract binding in Liberia, no business, no company will go to Liberia. No company. Do you know The contract that our government signed with other companies in Liberia, you can't just break it up. You can't break it up. As an individual, if you sign a contract, a binding, Article 25, they make it short. They make it short for you to understand. They say, obligation of contract shall be guaranteed by the republic, and no laws shall be passed with which might impair this right. No law. You can't pass no law. You can't change it. If the Supreme Court change it, there will be chaos in Liberia. The next day, you see people breaking up contracts. That is why in America, when you sign contract with a phone company and you say you want to leave, they tell you, okay, you pay $500 because you owe, or you break the contract. The law protect them and back them up. We tell the thing every day. Man, people, if you don't want to be part of the CPP, do it the right way. Call Mr. Cummings, you, everybody, you come together. Forget about the parties come and say, guys, it's not working. Let's break it up. All right, letter. Let us amend that part of it and you can go. You don't need us, we don't need you. We all ran separately before. Since we're not nobody know us, don't worry. Y'all will beat us, don't worry. We don't want to be worried, not you. Not you. Oh, we ain't getting numbers. Don't worry. You don't want to get the numbers. Oh, Mr. Cummings desperate. Mr. Cummings ran before. Mr. Bwaka ran before. 2 of them lost the election. 2 of them lose. 2 of them are losers. We are with them. We are with them. You don't get no numbers with you. Last year, Kante meet. Lofa Kante won. Why they going to the final? So now because you take second place, you can go to final now. So don't worry about us. We praising ourselves. We campaigning our own. Our responsibility. Senegal don't know us. That's what we campaigning for. Because they don't know us. But my people, if you're listening to me today, Mr. Cummings is the only man. Mr. Cummings is the man I prepared today. Mr. Cummings don't win next year, and next election he will live in Liberia. He ain't get nowhere to go. Mr. Cummings will not go nowhere. Mr. Cummings got more property in Liberia than out of the country right now. Mr. Cummings got more interest in Liberia than anywhere. And that his own personal business, that his business. Mr. Cummings will only help maybe 1,000 Liberians through his foundation. Maybe he will help few. Mr. Cummings got the highest scholarship in Liberia. I dare anybody can bring and tell me, say, you got 20. Let somebody show they get 20 students under the name. I challenge any individual in Liberia, put it up and say, Mr. You get more. You go on to the Cummings Foundation. Let's compare all the foundation. Let the foundation that in Liberia, all the Liberian foundation, show me how many students they have under that list. Go on the Cummings Foundation, you go check for yourself and see how many students they have on scholarship. Go to the Cummings Foundation and see what they have done in Liberia. Come to education and health and agriculture. Check and see. They will only help few Liberians. They can't help the whole country. But if Mr. Cummings president, the entire country will benefit. Only the corrupt politicians. Under Mr. Cummings government, corruption will go to bed. Nobody say you're not steal, but if you're going to steal, you know what you're doing. You're taking your own risks. Because if we catch you, we'll prosecute you, you'll go to jail, we'll take every damn thing from you. Under Mr. Cummings administration, there will be no tailing. No tailing. We don't worry about Joshua. We're not going to cancel nothing from Joshua. Government continues. That only president we are who try to take all the glory from Ellen, all the things Ellen was doing, he said he wasn't doing it. But what you don't understand, government continues. Where the other man stop is where you continue, where you start. If you climb the hill and you stop, from that hill where you stop to, going up, that's another man. Time trap is not for rat alone. The rope that can hang monkey, can hang baboon. When you go in the bush to pick your medicine, when you bend it down to pick your medicine, the one that behind you that somebody own a medicine. You know that? The one that behind you that somebody medicine. You chase black car in the day, you won't find it. You will not find it in the night. You in a small little town, they say the only black car, you looking for the car, you don't see it, you still look for it in the night. Eh? No matter how long the lizard stay in the river, it will not be crocodile. Joe will not change. Joe was there from that time to this time. He staying made no different. Now he begging you now. You must give him another time. Like, bro, something wrong with you. They think all of us we crazy. Crazy people are not stupid people, my people. We might be crazy, but we're not stupid. We know left from right. The first time we give it to him. The first time the Liberian people give it. The second term is on him. We'll look at his report card. He got 15 subjects. He only passed 3. He failed. He passed 3. He failed. Pave the road, fix the road, do this. All these roads, the project was in place already. It was in place already. Everything that Joshua tried to do, he break ground. You saw Joshua breaking ground in Nimakande, the road they're talking about. You saw Joshua breaking ground for Redemption Hospital. Everything that Joshua went to do, that he started, he broke ground. And he visited every day. Every day. Joshua stopped to the playground every day. Please like the video, man. In fact, let me shut the whole, let me shut it off, sir. Let me shut it off. Let me go back. How long it take you? All of your cripple, your finger hurting. You can like the video. You got 40 people watching. To just like the video. I can't be forced with you now. Just like the video after I walk again. It almost like the Indian man and the other guy, he say, click on my computer. He say, how will click on my computer and your computer to your place? So like the video, please. Yeah, man. I'm a force with you too now. So this is the thing. They say you gotta beg. Anything you want to do, you gotta beg for it. I'm begging for vote. That's it. If you don't beg for vote, you'll not get it. We're not talk. No, Mr. Cummings not going to no company and carry resume, because if Mr. Cummings carry resume with all the politicians and go to a company right now and apply for a job, Mr. Cummings will win them. This man, Mr. Cummings, is the only man that know how to change the economy around. That is his job, and it will be the first time in the history of Liberia to have a financial expert to be president of Liberia. He knows the English, what to say. He knows how to negotiate with companies, because he was in a company position negotiating with government. He was in a position negotiating with countries. He don't brag about it. He worked for 20 years and go on to his old job website and see the letter that he wrote to Mr. Cummings. See the letter that he wrote to Mr. Cummings. Today, they have not seen a black man, Liberian, what he did to ever, and is moving them, and whatever, all what he put in place. If any Liberian criticize Mr. Cummings that they call him Coca-Cola man, God will not bless you. If you call Mr. Cummings that sugar water man and you hate him for that, God will not bless you. God will not bless you, because everybody in Liberia want to be like Mr. Cummings. Some of you people ask, what Mr. Cummings did for Liberia? What Mr. Cummings did for Liberia? I can put my life, I can go and put the rope on my neck and you check it. That one who I can kill myself, I can put my hand neck on the rope, and if that lie, they must just hang me. No Liberian, let me give it clear, Liberian who work for the money like this and sweat, and I'm talking about the one who steal, even the one who stole, they can't do it. No Liberian in our history that ever gave money out to help Liberia compared to Cummings. Cummings have never left Liberia. Cummings didn't get big mouth like us. Cummings didn't get big mouth because they don't want to use. They wanted to steal. They couldn't work in the international war. They couldn't work there, so they were rushing to come home. They couldn't work. Ellen Johnson did not retire before she ran for office. You know that? Ellen Johnson was still working until she picked her chance and came to Liberia to run. Every one of them, they went to school in America. They came straight to Liberia to steal. Mr. Cummings went there. He did everything. He settled his family. He worked. He put himself together. He retired. He retired, had a retirement program, and said, okay, thank you, Mr. Company. He retired in an age that he will enjoy himself after serving there for 20 years. None of our politicians ever did it. Mr. Boaka have never retired from no job in his life. George Weah retired from his athlete position because talent, by the time you get old, the talent gone. Depends on which type of talent now. Athlete, certain age, you nothing. Who retired from a job and run for president? Who name Mr. Cummings? That means he ain't got to worry about go to work. He don't have to worry. His money work for him. So whether he win or he don't win, no. He's not like the one there who still supposed to get a job and went back. If any one of them were in the position of Mr. Cummings, after losing the election, they'll go back to Kukula because Kukula called Mr. Cummings and said, no, man. Every one of the politicians, if they had the capability, if they had that thing like Mr. Cummings, and they lost that election, by this time they gone back to Kukula, then they'll be coming back this year. But Mr. Cummings said, no, I retire. They had a retirement program. They said, but Mr. Cummings, don't you think you can go and come back? He said, no, I'm done. I need to enjoy my money this young time. So, Liberian people, Mr. Cummings, Buchanan, go and do your own research. Go to all the newspaper place. Go there. In 2004, Ellen Johnson was not president at that time. That was Judy Bryant. Mr. Cummings went to Liberia and gave $300,000 worth of medical supply and medication to Buchanan, the government hospital. Mr. Cummings had been given to the CWA. Mr. Cummings have done other stuff. Why you think during the Ebola, Mr. Cummings went out there and was able to acquire up to $4 million worth of drugs for Liberia? Yes. That is why Ellen gave him the highest honor in the land. Ellen begged Mr. Cummings to work for her and they said, no, I'm not working. I retired from a company that will pay me. No, I can help. That is how he decided to help BWI. Nima Community College, Technical School, Todmore Technical College, J.J. Dawson Hospital in Maryland, all the various hospitals, every county that Mr. Cummings went to, he did. Oh, but we know, sir, we know all the things that nobody know because anybody know the Liberian people will be, you see, because that is how they fool you. Your politician only do it in Monserrado County and they let you to make it look as if they're doing more. Mr. Cummings didn't do it because he wanted to be the president. You don't need to vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings will not suffer. You don't need to say, oh, I will not vote for Cummings. I will not vote for Cummings. It's up to you. He asking you. If Mr. Cummings want to be like them, if Mr. Cummings was to be like the politician we get today, everybody will now take Mr. Cummings and point on the head. Every one of them think Mr. Cummings was just going to share his money with them. They're not stealing money. Money that you work for, you can't just waste it. Money you work for, you continue to waste it every day because you think you get some more. If Mr. Cummings was corrupt, by this time, you will never hear the name they call Joe Boaka. You will never hear nobody talking about them. I will tell you for free. There are people who go into Mr. Cummings, my man, you need to get some $100,000. They will throw the case also. Mr. Cummings this, Mr. That. Serena Seaforth, all of them. They sending middlemen there to take bribe. Every one of them trying to do what they can do. Mr. Cummings don't bribe. You can put gun to Mr. Cummings' head. He will not change. He will not compromise his interests. He will not compromise the truth. Mr. Cummings will not compromise the truth. He don't talk like that. More liars talk. Because they know that Liberians, we are followers. We don't read to benefit ourselves. We don't read Oh, Henry Costa say, and Mr. Cummings, oh, the other one call today, I was listening to Henry Costa, he say, let me ask you, Mr. Cummings get different document, then Ned get different document. You see trouble, my people? Then that other fool on his own show say, yeah, that man a foodie man. That man a foodie man, the man a swine, the man a stupid man. Talk about he the stand up that your business, pervert, child molester, that your business. You go to job where you put your naked picture, they call you, they say hello, you happy. You're a labor. You're a labor, my picky. You're a labor. You think you smart, but you're not smart. You got more to learn. You're not smart. Your mouth put you in trouble. Your mouth will put you in trouble. You're a politician, so I'm treating you like a politician. Next year, 2029, after 2029, Liberian people will vote on integrity and moral attitude. Liberian people will vote on it. All of y'all who get your butt naked picture on Facebook, it will come all that time. Y'all will understand what it means when we're talking about it. What it means. You don't get respect for a woman. To take a woman picture and put it on Facebook, then you get your time, then you eating something. Then to you man now. You man, no respect for women. Will show your sense. Mr. Cummings will teach you one by one. Y'all go to school, you get a big degree, speaking all the big English. We know it. We poor people, we know shit. But we show your sense that wisdom is something that you don't learn in school. You got to work for it, and you got to open your brains and know how to think. So we're telling you all today, Liberian people, we all inside. Not because I live in America, we all part of the struggle. When you happy, I'm happy. When you're not happy, I'm not happy. Because that the more I will put here in my pocket. That the more time I will put here in my pocket. When things going good in Liberia, you will enjoy it. Everybody here want to go home. But sometimes you yourself, you must make that call. That not all the time they will fight for you. They get that song, you don't need to fight to be a man, but sometimes you must fight to be a man. Don't just sit there and think that it will fall from heaven. No. Don't be like the people who just watch to see. They just sitting down at this and see if it will happen so they can come there. They get some people that watching and see, they think will not happen, man. When you condemn yourself, you condemn yourself. When somebody condemn you, you condemn yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you must always know that you know and you believe it. The change of Liberia will not be easy. Because our so-called political, corrupt politicians, they are our role model. They make us to understand that government job is the only job. So you must struggle to get there. When you get there, then you suppress the other people. You gave them 6 years position. They don't come back to you. They don't seek your interest. Now they're coming back. They're bringing cartoons of money. What will you do? Are you going to re-vote them? Are you going to put them back into office? From the representative to the senators to the president, are you going to put them back? The position they're in, you give it to them. You give it to them. They ain't just took it. They ain't just choose it and say, they want for me. You the one give them that position. You the one make George Weah president. Because you saw something in George Weah. You believe that he was like you. And you believe that he will put your interest first. Instead of putting your interest, he put his interest first. He is the richest in the country. He is the most dressed bluff ball. He flew and fly. He fly private plane everywhere. No president in Liberia tried to do that. The country going through hell and you still fly a private jet. The country going through hell and you bringing in celebrities in the country and spending thousands of dollars while our people cannot even find a bag of rice. This president building houses because of election and giving it out to the people that he feed, he can give it to. We are even to say, okay, this is a low income home. Even if that $20, we cannot keep our people like that. We must teach them how to work. We must teach them. That land as squatters land, that whole place. The president building houses in the places, and then what the difference? The taxpayer money is for everybody. Yes, they are poor. If they're in a nice country, by this time Joshua is over. You take government money and you pretend that it is your money. They lie that his money. When Joshua got money, compare Joshua's salary. Eh? Even a presidential project, it's not your money. They put $5 million in the budget and say, okay, presidential project. It mean that for you. Just choose a project that you want. The money not sort of sit with you. But they take that whole $5 million that they give it to him, bam. Then he do small and keep the balance in your pocket. Hey, Liberian people, what time you will take yourself from bondage? What time you will release yourself from bondage? Tell me. You want to remain like this? Look at Sierra Leone. Look at Guinea. And Hilton came to Liberia. They said they were going to build hotel. Hilton and build hotel right in Guinea. They ain't built one in Liberia yet. Because we beg so much, we corrupt. The people can't start the project, they want money. They increase the budget, they can't even finance it. How will you put a budget together, then in the budget you depend on foreigner to give you money? Why we can't manage the little one we got? All the stupid money we giving, all the representatives, they're getting $30,000. That $30,000, check it. By this time, every district is supposed to be having at least 2 ambulances in every district. We're supposed to get fire truck in every district just from that $30,000 they have been receiving. Every district is supposed to get a very good schools just from that money. Every district is supposed to get at least a high school or elementary. In fact, to get from elementary up to high school. Every district in Liberia. From that $30,000 they have been receiving from all the way Ellen Johnson time. So that is why we say Liberia changing. They were getting it. It bust up. The vice president who got it on. There is no way the president of Liberia will get $5 million for project and the vice president get it on. The vice president get it on. Joel Howard getting her own too. These people are so corrupt. And they put you in front and say, oh, they gave you all the sweet talk. Oh, this and that. Agriculture. We need agriculture. The road, when we face the road, they're not spending nothing on agriculture. Nothing. They gave you hope. They gave you fertilizer. The best soil you will ever find in West Africa, in Liberia. In Liberia. We love it. We all want development. We all want development, but don't develop and stop the other projects. Don't do what you think that you want to do, Mr. President. Liberia is not for the president. We all entitled to Liberia. We all must benefit from Liberia. But we're sitting there and we're allowing all these things to happen right in our eyes. Poverty, that what poverty do to people. That's it. You look at just, it's so bad. You will now hear no pastors. No reverend opening their mouth. In fact, the pastor they even going against Bishop Winger going against the citizen. The people in America there did nothing, but Mr. Bishop Winger brought himself to Liberia, to America one time, long time in Philadelphia. I don't want video tell that I think, but I know maybe 10, 15 years ago, begging for money from people right here. How can a damn pastor find a job in government? They all corrupt. Go see the house that Bishop Winger built all the way in District 16. When it rains, the people can't go to the houses. When it rains, instead of when you go there when the place dry, oh, you won't take the place. But when it rains, it finish. You don't go there. He don't go there. He eat the money. Yeah. So-called pastors. Liberia got more corrupt pastors. That is why Liberia catching hard time. Let Edo there, the District 6 representative, he corrupt more than the word they call corruption. So corrupt, they post that tie with him. Eh? Liberians, look around. Look at the life of the people. If Mr. Cummings win, Liberia will shine. Mr. Cummings ain't got to steal your money. Mr. Cummings say every day, you listen to it, I will prosecute. I will prosecute you. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, listen to it. But I'm on air right now. I started already. Yeah. So you see, we sit down, we allow things to just go. But let me tell you guys, we will take the radical steps. We're not going to fight. We're not going to fight. But what we're going to show Serena's dirty mob Cephas, if Joseph Neiman Boaka do not appear in court, Mr. Cummings will not appear in court. If Mr. Boaka, who Serena Cephas, subpoena, we telling Mr. Cummings now, a luscious store, George Manewia, pull your police together, come for Mr. Cummings and kill him. You must kill the Liberian people. They subpoena Mr. Boaka, he show up. They making fun. Y'all listen to me. Mr. Cummings will not go to court again. Mr. Cummings will sit down to a horse. They will have the court in Mr. Cummings' horse too. If Mr. Boaka do not appear in court, I'm telling y'all, we're not going against nothing. We're making it clear and we're sending that message. If Mr. Boaka do not appear in court and they say they will go to Mr. Boaka's house and interview him, they will go to Mr. Cummings' house and be interviewing him. We will have it on Zoom, all of us. Because this is nonsense and we will not accept it. The law should be the law. Nobody is above the law. That is why Mr. Cummings go to court every day when they call he appear. The other day, Theodore Momo lied. He said he was sick. He was sitting to neck. Nobody said nothing. This day again, Mr. Cummings went to court. They postponed the case. They said, oh, Mr. Boaka said he not coming. He received the thing. Then they said, we'll subpoena him. We'll go to the house. Mr. Serena Cephas, don't bring trouble for yourself. If Mr. Boaka do not go to court, Mr. Cummings will not appear in court. Let them arrest Mr. Cummings. That's all we're telling you now. And we're serious about it. And we're talking about it now. If they don't go to court, Mr. Boaka will appear in court and testify against Mr. Cummings. Let Mr. Boaka go lie on an oath. And if I finish, I come and read I come and read the something there. I know some people start cursing already. I will read a comment. I know some people now start cursing. But you curse or you don't curse at your business. If Mr. Boaka, Joseph Neiman Boaka, even he can walk, we'll put in the wheelchair and carry the coat. If he can't go to court, we ourselves will not go to court. Will not go to court and Mr. Boaka testifying in the house. Mr. Cummings will be testifying. He will be in the house and be watching on Zoom. So Mr. Joma Jalao, Mr. Serena Cephas, and whosoever, y'all get ready. Y'all get ready and go and arrest Mr. Cummings. That is what we're waiting for. That is what we're waiting for. That the day, Joe, we are going to put all his security in the street to care about people. And when he finishes killing some of the people now, then he will be on the list for genocide. Because this is enough. Enough is enough. We must stand up. The law is the law. No, whether you former president or not, no one is above the law. That is why Mr. Cummings continue to go to court. When we tell Mr. Cummings, he said no, not because they didn't do it, but this time around, we tell him, Mr. Cummings, we will not allow him to get in the car. He will not go to court if Mr. Boaka don't show up on the next court date. In fact, what we plan to do, that we will know that Boaka in the courthouse before Mr. Cummings get down from that car. Mr. Cummings will not enter that courthouse. We agree we will stop him from entering. And that is what we call it for. That's not your business, oh. That's our own man. We will stop him from going. Mr. Cummings will not go in our court. We will make sure that Mr. Boaka sitting in our court before Mr. Cummings go there. But the luscious told Nathan, Mr. Cummings, they will not go to court. Lawless people. Lawless people. They think that they own everything. Entitlement. Then they're going around. Don't try now for rat alone. Go and lie on the oath. But let me tell you something. You know, the wrong thing is to lie on the oath. And you're listening to Mo Ali. Mo Ali la. He went to neck. When they asked him, he said, yeah, Mr. Boaka signed a document. Oh, I thought Mo Ali said Mr. Boaka ain't signed no document again. When you go there now, let Mr. Boaka say, I don't know. Now you know the song they're singing where we're not the one that took Mr. Cummings to court. That UP took Mr. Cummings, ALP took Mr. Cummings. So they're not us. They're not us. Mr. Ure all will take the stand. Let delay. Look, people think against us. Yes, it will waiting for them to announce the campaign. That's just one day, court, my people. That's just one day. Don't be afraid. It will not stop Mr. Cummings to go and something. Nobody gave surprise notice now for court. They don't give surprise notice. They do not give surprise notice to say, okay, when he in Nima, okay, you're coming to court today. No, they don't give surprise notice. When you go to court, when they cancel it or they postpone it, they will tell us next week or tomorrow. Mr. Cummings will still go around. So they had a delay. We stay going around. We stay talking to people. We stay doing also the party still doing the work. But by the time they open the campaign, everywhere Mr. Cummings will appear at campaign. Everywhere they appear, everywhere we see Mr. Cummings' face, we expect people to be there. Mr. Ure will go in court. We will make sure all of them go there. So that's what we call them. Let them delay. But they will get themselves more work to do. Y'all listen to it, and I'm finding from the floor. My money goes spent time. I in the process of it, and I got a secret, but I will tell you. We already decided that the call I'm waiting for now, that's the call I was waiting for from all the way. Mr. Cummings, you will not get in the car. You're not going to court if Boaka ain't go to court. I'm not going to talk about it again. I will talk about it tomorrow again. But enough is enough. We will not allow Mr. Cummings to go into that courthouse. We will stop him. Let them come for us. You know, this is the kind of thing. I wish I were in Liberia. I know some people, why you in Liberia? I wish I was there. If I'm going to be in Liberia, I'm not going to be shut up. I was going to talk. I was going to talk. So trust me. I was there 2018. I was running campaign. I was talking. I went on air and criticized the same government. So what a difference. So, my people, town trap, not for rat alone. They set the thing up thinking that they were going to damage Mr. Cummings. Every day. Yeah, by next week, you will see Cummings done. Cummings finished. Cummings finished. His political career done for good. Cummings is a criminal. Cummings finger the document. Mr. Cummings, according to the general, you the smartest Liberian politician I ever came across, yeah? I'll put my life on the line for you. I never did it before. I would die with you, my brother. Anyway, you operate, don't die at the table. When I say die with you, it's not a physical death I'm talking about now. Suppose I'm laughing now. But I stand with Mr. Cummings. I'd rather lose with Cummings or win with him than to go to any person. I'm saying it. It's not for me. It's not for him. I'm just looking for a leader that will stand up to the people. That's all I want to. And for my first time, looking for a leader that will stand up to the corrupt politician. Or leader that will arrest minister. Or leader that will put them in jail. That's all we're looking for. We're not looking for a leader that wants something for himself. We're not looking for a leader that will be worried about driving a new car when you get the best car already. We're not talking about a leader that want to build a new house. That's not what we're talking about. I'm looking for a leader or Liberian person who will stand up to these guys. And they know that when I can stand up to them, that's my little man. Alex Cummings. Cyrus Dillon, he's a fraud. He lied to us. He seek his own interest. Oh, Mr. Senator, you will fence your house? No, I will not fence my house. I've been living here for so long. I live with these people. Now he fenced the house. And you see black man, you see a poor man. He fenced the house. What you want to tell the people that security? Oh, that my security post I'm gonna fence the house. You're damn fool. You never have money to fence it before. Now the people order the fence now. The simple is say protected you. Guess what? What you know, let me tell you something. What they don't know, whether we like it, lifestyle will change. If a man get money, he will live a different life. He will stay calm down. He will still do whatsoever. If Dara don't want to build another house, he can build another house, fence it nicely, and stay poop in that house and go there. Or you want to fence it for security reason or whatsoever, and make sure you still get your people, you walk around and whatsoever. But now the people out of the fence. They are out of the fence. Don't lie that you will not do it and you do it. Don't lie. That is why when you ask Mr. Cummings certain question, he said, no, I can't answer that question there. I can't. But he answered a question that he said, Munel, save the video. I will not take a penny. If I therefore say, I will not take a penny from this government. This government will protect me. They will give me car. I will get place to sleep. But I will not take a salary. My salary, that is where I got shocked. My salary will go to Anti-Corruption Commission. Why, Mr. Cummings? Money. Corruption deprives citizens of good health, infrastructure, good education, agriculture. Because of corruption, it deprives everything. Deprive everything. See, yeah. The only man who breaking everything down, what we're supposed to do. Electricity is the number one thing in any country. Then drinking water. Security. Internet connectivity. That's it. When you get the first thing, you get everything in place. Your country ready. When you get electricity, if you build a hospital, the hospital. Right now, Josh, we are getting the dialysis center. What they using generator? If that generator go off, the person dies straight. But when you get electricity, the hospital will be okay. Schools that you build will be okay. Internet connect. In this age, internet connectivities. Then you get companies coming to Liberia now to get a call center. If the people they come here as the Verizon and PSG can go to India to put a call center, Liberia will be easy. Do you know what it means if a college student in Liberia making $10 an hour or $8 an hour for Liberia setting? Our college student were driving for UN just to make $300 a month. And our big money. Why, my people? Eh? If we had a president who has the vision, we that in America will pay taxes, will pay flat rate to Liberia government. It's easy to do it. It's easy to do it. Easy. So, we saying there, Mr. Cummings will not go to court until Mr. Bwaka appears in court. We will not enter the courthouse. Nobody's above the law. We're serious. Send your police to come and arrest Mr. Cummings and start shooting and do whatever you want to do. Enough is enough. Thank you. Share this video. I'm going to go over the comments and we'll start talking. You want me to open the phone line? Yep. You see, people already talking before because I was not even looking at the comments, but I was just keeping it because we're talking. And Mr. Cummings not going to court. Don't worry, he will not go to court. Yes, or pastor said that Joe Barker is the next that hey business. He can say what you want to say. That's a pastor. I'm gonna say a pastor look at me and say I should go contest for some position. I will be the next person to win. he, the pastor in Liberia, he need to go on the mountain. Someone send something for him. I said, okay, just remain on the mountain. Yep. Hey Joe. Ah, Rose Russell, how are you, man? You know that guy, the guy I was talking to 2 days, 3 days ago. He lived in District 13, Napoleon, and he talked about the marabouts. The marabouts, they plenty in Liberia. They're from Guinea, not Guinea, Mali. I will tell you, Liberia problem is spiritual. The way they're using the Liberian people, their brains are closed up. You see some of the things that are going in Liberia, you ask yourself, wow, for a president to use taxpayer money and nobody said nothing. Even if the president go out and beg for the money and they use it, he said that he own money. Then today, when I say every day the president passed by that playground, he stopped and walk in there. You know? Yeah. Thank you very much, Sako. I'm talking nonsense. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Regina, how are you, man? And they still listening. Oh. They enjoying it, but you know, it's they almost like their boss George. George, we all know this truth, but his ego don't permit him to apologize to people or to accept certain things. You must make George Weah understand that he's the best, and then he will do things for you. Yep, we are ready. Mr. Cummings not going nowhere. Joe Bugger, you will go there and stand up and stay in that court for a long time and take that stand. Go lie on an oath. Yep. This man go to court every day. He said, listen, we must do it right. But then the man went to court the other day. Theodore Momo never show up. He say he hospitalized. The same time he's sitting down to neck. Nothing happened. Mr. Comson said nothing. They subpoenaed Mr. Boaka last week. They sent 2 times. He refused to take it. He didn't show up. Then he said, "Oh, and well, we respect the vice president. I will what? I will go to his house. The deposition will go to his house and we'll ask him questions." Mr. Serenius Sting Mob Cephas, the drunkard, who whole day he sit in a bar drinking spot and talk about the one case that the biggest case in his life. Mr. Cummings will not be in court if that man don't appear. Would you shut up again? Oh yeah, we're not getting chance. Oh. We're not giving them chance. We will not give them chance. Thank you. Oh, the T-shirt. Yeah, I think I got to order for more T-shirt. I got one. I divided the first set of T-shirt. I got to make sure I get this. My favorite. This is my. I register it all, so nobody can use my logo. In fact, I need to get some of the T-shirt. And when you answer my question, I give you one. That's what I will do. I will get some of the T-shirt. I will order. I will bring. I will bring some. By the time you order for it, and then when you answer my question, I will open the lines. Anybody ask a question about Mr. Cummings, you get one T-shirt. But guess what now? You will pay for the shipping. You will pay for the shipping. If I had any of the T-shirt, I'm going to give you one, man. Mirella, Mo, I'm going to give you one if I had any of the T-shirt. But it's finished now. So I will get some, and then, or I will do it to the first 10 colors. The first 10 colors will get a T-shirt. But I will find a time now. And I say today, oh, I'm not talking about today. Somebody said, but Money, why you can't let us to call sometime, man? When people won't call, they will talk. They didn't get nothing to say. They just want to enjoy me talking at all. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. But I want to tell you today again, Mr. Cummings will not go to court. Mr. Cummings will not go to court. But guess what? We're not going to let me say play some music for you before we leave. Let me give this one to you. This is a little song by Mr. Cummings from the Ellis Cummings campaign. That's an old song, but I like it. Let me just play a little bit of it.
Cummings, and I'm running for president of the Republic of Liberia. Together, we will change Liberia for the benefit of all Liberians.
Liberian people, that's what for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, that's what for Mr. Cummings. My Liberian people, that's what for Mr. Cummings. Alexander Cummings, that's what for Mr. Cummings. Liberian people, that's what for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, that's what for Mr. Cummings. My Liberian people, that's what for Mr. Cummings. Alexander Cummings, that's what for Mr. Cummings.
Left for Mr. Cummings.
Mr. Cummings,
Left for Mr. Cummings. Left for Mr. Cummings. And the Cummings. Left for Mr. Cummings.
Our blessing
Our blessing and show face. Now show face. Our friend and show face. Our friend and show face. And Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, left foot from Mr. Cummings. Left foot from Mr. Cummings. Left foot from Mr. Cummings. Left foot from Mr. Cummings.
No more pay jury school fee. Jury will go to school for free.
Oh yeah, free education. Oh yes.
Our first priority is...
Listen again, I love this song.
Is electricity, is roads, is water, and is internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. The second priority for us is job creation for the Liberian people. The next priority is agriculture. This is what Cummings, Sulonte, and ANC-led government will commit to you, the Liberian people.
Liberian people, that's all for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, that's all for Mr. Cummings.
I will go to that song, I will edit that part of that song.
Alexander Cummings, that's all for Mr. Cummings. Liberian people, that's all for Mr. Mr. Kumis. Mr. Kumis, that one for Mr. Kumis. My Liberian people, that one for Mr. Kumis. Elizana Kumis, that one for Mr. Kumis. You left to one for Mr. Kumis. Mr. Kumis, that one for Mr. Kumis. You want to that one for Mr. Kumis. Elizana Kumis, that one for Mr. Kumis. Our blessing and show face. Our fulfillment and show face. I say our blessing and show face. Our fulfillment and show face. That one for Mr. Kumis. Mr. Kumis, that one for Mr. Kumis. How much carbon? You that one for Mr. Kumis. Elizana Kumis, that one for Mr. Kumis. So how much trouble? You that one.
Y'all listen to this one here.
Not going to change. Joe Walker has no fresh ideas. Joe Walker is not able to run this country. He's a dead man walking. He's a dead man walking, and I cannot support a dead man walking.
So Joe Walker did not condemn tribalism because Joe Walker is a sadistic, unrepentant, unapologetic, tribalistic old man. That is what Joe Walker is, and that is the only thing Joe Walker knows how to do because he exploits tribalism. So, well, I just.
You know I played a video for. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. Where I cuss you up, then I come back. Damn it. You know what you just saw? You know the thing they call Bwe. You know Bwe in global. Global is the only civilized tribe that got singing out in plural. When you say Bwe, that one dog. When you say Bwe, that two. And the thing they call Bwe, when you vomit, it can lick it. That they put in there. They curse you today, then tomorrow they support you. After they condemn you. How I will look to support Mr. Cummings, even if I don't want Mr. Cummings again. Listen, as much as I support George Weah, I never curse George Weah. I say George Weah corrupt. But the way this boy curse George Weah and curse other people, no, I don't curse George Weah. I say George Weah corrupt. Corrupt is that you can steal. The women say you corrupt too. The government say the man run a kleptocratic government. We seen a corruption. So that not cause. Joe, we are a bad leader. It's not a cause. I don't call Joe, we are children. I don't cause a wife. But I say, George, we are a bad leader. It's not nothing bad. They're not cause so. But look at the boy thought that Ome Jenna. The boy ain't get no respect for the Ome. And that the papi, and that the Ome, and that the boy, the Ome can listen to me. Yeah, he again say. Let me hear again. I like it. Tantra not for right alone. That is there.
Not going to change. Joe Walker has no fresh ideas. Joe Walker is not able to run this country. He's a dead man walking. He's a dead man walking, and I cannot support a dead man walking.
So Joe Walker did not condemn tribalism because Joe Walker is a sadistic, unrepentant, unapologetic, tribalistic old man. That is what Joe Walker is, and that is the only thing Joe Walker knows how to do because he exploits tribalism. So, well, I just.
But then allow the woman get no fresh idea to be friend with you. Then we'll go stop and say he not running again on UP. Hey, boy. I hope he ain't gonna get a woman hard time again. But the law is the law, my people. We got to abide by the law. When you sign contract, you abide by the law, yeah? So we're not here to come. We're not here to fighting for snake. The election at Joe, we are and Mr. Cummings. George, where Mr. Cummings, I know your UP people, you will not want to vote for Mr. Cummings. Please vote for Mr. Cummings. UP people, oh, please vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, please vote for Mr. Cummings. Oh, my UP brother, oh, please vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, please vote for Mr. Cummings. Disenchanted Sedition, please vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, please vote for Mr. Cummings. ALPO, please vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, please vote for Mr. Cummings. Oh, Liberty, oh, please vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, please vote for Mr. Cummings. My Liberian people, please vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, please vote for Mr. Cummings. He our choice, so please vote for Mr. Cummings. He, we now see our log now come. Oh, Niswa o Pomtio, Nanyeo. Nanyeo, Nanyeo. Hello, my brother, how are you, Matilda? Campaign will soon start. We're waiting for NEC. NEC got to announce the campaign. I got to look and see because there's a timeline for campaign. Uh, um, but we will. Okay, Regina, I will get it for you. I got one for more. I will definitely get it. I'm going to order for them now. I'm going to do it when I get off. I will do it. But I appreciate you guys. Listen, all these things sometimes you know. Some I will tell you the real truth. I will be honest to all of y'all. Someday I know I can be tired, but when I think about y'all that watch it, and people can call me, hey, what her name? Uh, oh my God, my younger Magdalene. She said, "You're not coming on today." And a lot of people call, and I can enjoy when I on the phone. They will call my phone and say, "Oh, certain thing not working good." Oh, I say, "Good, no problem." But I appreciate you. I appreciate it highly. I hope this show, this Sunday thing I want to do, I hope it will work. But you got to be consistent. It will work. I want for people to know about Mr. Cummings. At the same time, I want for people to be able to know the role, what the role you got to play. If you want change, you must vote. Your vote is your voice. That's the only thing they gave you in our constitution. It's the supreme land of that constitution. Article 17. That the only thing they took from that, they say right to associate and disassociate. But that Article 17 that upholding you. It is your right to assemble. Go to your representative and deal with them good when the government doing wrong. But they took Article 25, they had it, they said nobody know. They think we belay. They think we belay. They will go to the Supreme Court. And guess what? If they change it, we will go to the Supreme Court. We just want to show Unity Party that you 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 you're entitled, and not your entitlement. You're entitled to nothing in Liberia. We all the same after stealing. eh, After stealing. Yeah, after stealing. Following from the compound of Strong Ephraim Liberia compound in Painesville outside the nation capital Monrovia. Seku, what's up, my man? Seku Aminata Kone son. Okay. I will. Hopefully I will get the t-shirts and in black too. I like the black. And I want to also order for a Commerce Flat t-shirt. So I will get it and you will get it. What your color now? Your color, my color is not black, please. What your color? Tell me your color now. Your color should be what? Red, yellow? Black. They say good guys wear black. Black make you look small too, eh? What is your color? Your color. Let me see what color she getting. Okay, we'll be positive, man. We try our best, but we got two. We got we got two strong opponents before us. This coming election won't be easy. Let me tell the real truth. Nobody's overlooking anything, so we have to campaign strongly. And if you have the opportunity to be in Liberia, do the same thing. If you can call, you do the same thing. Yeah. Okay, guys. I think okay. UP, you're just. I pray that things will be good with you. But Mr. Cummings, I got your back. Your people got your back. My color is white, which is purity. Okay. In fact, let me get my because I think again. See me look for my pen here. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yep, the power is in the tongues. You're right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that statement. The devil is always busy. You're right. The devil is always busy. Okay. Any other color? Large. Emmanuel Colley. Your listener, you will. When I'm ready, I will let you know. I know large, large, and extra large 2X. The one I got it from one of my. The one big. See it? This is what. This is 3X. Sure. A big one. You know that some people, why if I wear it once, I'll be in trouble. See? So this one I gave it. I got it from one of my friends. I don't know if I gave it. I gave him one already. And okay, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching. It's after 12 o'clock. Tomorrow I have a show with one of. If you're in the Trenton area, if you're in the central New Jersey area, and the Librarian Association of Central Jersey will be having an election on the 14th, and I will be carrying a show on the tomorrow by 9 o'clock. He will be on my show. His name is Anthony, and then on Sunday I will have the other guy around 7 o'clock on Sunday, and I want to ask them questions because they're contesting for that position. I am the president in South Jersey, but the Librarian Association that I'm president for, we are not part of EULA. We are non-political. Every day they fighting me. They say, "Man, you need to join EULA." No, we don't need to join EULA. I don't need to join EULA. So, but I will have them, and I can vote in that area too. So I will be voting, and if you're in that area, please tune tomorrow by 9 o'clock, so we can ask question and help. Maybe you know the person. His name is Anthony. All right. Y'all have a good day. God bless you. And don't forget, if you want to be part of this program, your $5, your $10, your $2 will help. And I want to say thanks. I'm putting my ad together. I want to say thanks again to Foreign God. He made the first contribution of $305. Yeah. So it will be nice. It will be on a Sunday after church, 3 o'clock. It will be a 1 hour. And maybe I might ask people here to to answer questions. And when how are you, Ralph? I mean, I saw your message. Uh, Listen, the boss said, "Daddy." There you are, Daddy. No, he's not my biological son. He's all the way in Tapeta Nima County. You see my picture on his profile. Uh, yes, we will. It's not easy. Listen, anything you want to do, you must fight for it. It's not easy. This election is not an easy election. We must continue to fight. So nobody should think that it's a free ride. No, there's no free lunch on Wall Street. Uh, Good morning, Daddy. uh, uh, and the show will be PM, 9 o'clock PM tomorrow, 9 o'clock PM. I got a poster on my page. But the way you said daddy and you put a question behind it, that boy all the way in Tapeta, Nima County. He's my strong follower and a supporter of Alex Cummings. Just from watching me and how he and myself connected, and I was on his show in Tapeta. He was the host. He one of the hosts for, but I don't, he's not on that thing again because of, oh God. All right, guys. I talk to you. Your good night. You go to bed sound and you pray for me. I pray for you. And you pray for Liberia and you please keep Mr. Cummings in his prayer because it's not an easy thing. I'm telling you, it's spiritual and people are planning all kinds of things. And this man, you can't find nothing on him easily. The man respect people, he respect women, he respect children. The man don't make people feel bad around him. Even if they make mistakes, he will never yell at them. He will just tell you, say, you think we can do it another way? That how you bring something up, Mr. Cummings, that is wrong. He said, okay, let's try the other one. Let's try the other side and see. That's why he always tell you, he said, listen, if everything is right, that means one person doing the thinking. So he expect people. I never see men that take criticism. No, Mr. Cummings, I see a band of meeting where the people telling Mr. Cummings, no, you can't do that. You listen to everybody. You listen to everybody. Just take notes. You ask 4 5 questions before he answer. Then he will call you by your name before he answer your question. I hope when he come next, I will try to get. I think he can do it from Liberia. We can have a Zoom town hall. We had it the other time, but most of you guys were not on there. Only few people. I will talk to them and see if we can have a town hall that people can ask questions, and then we go from there. You will do the question 5 5, and when you finish, you see Mr. Cummings answer the question. He will call your name, address you by your name, answer your question, and go to the next one. He take notes. Yeah, the guy is he's a patient guy. He's a patient guy. Troy, he's patient. Yep. Yes, Heron. Amen. Yep. Trust me. You took it from my mouth. I say that all the time. That the Obama. Yep. That's the like bro Obama right there. Yeah, that's the Obama. I never see, look, I'm telling you, the guy is cool. I never see a man that patient. You worry about Mr. Cummings. Don't worry about Mr. Cummings. Don't worry. I'm telling you. This guy said, sometimes people think that I talk to Mr. Cummings 24/7. No, no. I don't, because you know why? He always busy. But one thing I would be thankful for, even if I call, I don't get him, he will return my call, and I don't keep him long. Listen, don't let millionaire friends or people run from you. I will not keep him long. If I get a serious question to ask, I hit him straight on it. Bam. We start asking questions. You worry, you say, not worry about it. Like the day Serena Sifa said, Mr. Cummings will take the stand as a house story. He said, look at that one. Look, look at Serena Sifa. Mr. Cummings, look. The fact is that these people don't even know the issues. Eh? The thing Mr. Cummings that jail one day gbele, gbele. But they know a man who work in the corporate world. When Mr. Cummings appear, you go look at some of the interview in South Africa. That time the man appear, the people look, one white guy interview Mr. Cummings and say, who are you? Yeah. How you manage? How you brought operation and administration together in Coca-Cola? How you did it? Yeah. The man said people they overlook Mr. Cummings. And we overlooking him today in Liberia. If Mr. Cummings were corrupt, Bwaka will not see daylight. Trust me. But because they know Mr. Cummings is not corrupt, that's why they're fighting him for. That's why they're fighting Mr. Cummings, because they know he's not corrupt. Liberian people, trust me, if you want to move your country forward, look for the good leaders. You need to replace a lot of them, most of them, from the Senate, the representative to the Senate, and the president need to be replaced. Yeah. Or I'm looking for a leader that will stand up to us, that will stand up to the truth, and you will benefit. You can't be spectator. The kind of people who just say it, oh, do not be spectator in your economy. You ain't get one there. You're not spectator, say you run a fee. You out of the fee. You're not even spectator. Now you don't want spy here, run. You want big to enter. Do not be spectator in your economy. So Lebanese people get a job. Liberian people hanging on the fence, they spy. Instead of being spectator, they take you and put you on the other side. You even enter the fee here. How you be spectator? You order fee. You all watch when they were opening the playground. Liberians behind the fence. They stand there. Hey, we'll vote for Jawia again. Hey, Jawia. Look at the man. Wow. Look at the man. Look at his friend there. Oh, look at all his friend there. Oh, look. Hey, God. Jawia ready me medicine. Oh. Damn it. Jawia ready. He ready military to eat that cow for true. The good thing they put on him eat the cow. That didn't want him let Jawia. Yeah. I never hear about people hate president at the CDC time. But when they're causing Ellie Johnson, they never they hate her. It was not a hateful thing. But now, by the time you say the president corrupt, yeah, you hate the man. You hate the man, you jealous over him. How can I be jealous over a president that my eating penna in your house? Guys, I can enjoy it. That's why I stay talking for. Y'all have a good night. Bye for now. I'm going at this time around going. I'm serious. Okay. Now you see how I like you can send me the message. Okay, I will not. Do not spy in your own economy. Celebrity status, eh? Man, I agree with you, yeah. And I will not say like that. We're praying hard. Sometimes it's good when you tell them they will be silent. We know that they have tried something before anyway, but God will protect him. God gonna protect everyone. God will protect Liberia, and God will protect our people. Yeah. Okay. Y'all take care now. But don't forget, you can watch the show on YouTube and you can also watch it on Twitter. So this show, I got it on Twitter, I got it on YouTube and Facebook. So people who are friends with on YouTube can see it. People go to YouTube, you go to TGN TV, you watch it on YouTube, and you go to my Twitter account, you will see it there too also. All right. Y'all have a good day now. Good night. It's after 12 o'clock. So don't forget, tomorrow I will be on 9 o'clock. I will start from 9 o'clock tomorrow. And I will have a guy here called Antoinette. He's running for president in Trenton, Central New Jersey. And then on Sunday, I'll be having the other guy. So you'll take it easy. I'm trying to help the best way possible. Bye for now.